Hi everybody, this is Shanna from GingerSnaps Photo Management, and today we are here to answer the question, what is a photo book? Now we all know we have thousands and thousands of photos on our phones, on our computers. We take those photos because we feel like that moment is important enough to capture, but those photos are never seen again. Creating something like a photo book is a fantastic way to view and share those memories. So let's dive deeper. What exactly is a photo book? Just like the name suggests, it is a book of photos. Can there be text? Absolutely there can be text. There can be as little or as much as you'd like. Two examples of this. Often photographers will create photo books from a photo shoot and they will present that to their client. Generally, those photo books don't contain text. They may, they generally don't. Opposite of that, we have books such as family history photo books where you may have stories or facts such as location and dates. Those will be a little heavier on the text. Both are great. They serve different purposes. Now, photo books come in various shapes and sizes. I have a few samples here, and you can see there are so many options when it comes to photo books. Now, most photo book companies will offer hardcover and softcover options. Now, you can see here, this is the same photo book. This is a softcover. This is a hardcover. Now, once you talk hardcover, you have further options. You can have lay flat pages, such as this. Or you can have the same photo book, hardcover, with regular style pages, where the pages don't sit so flat. To go back a step to cover style, image wrap is a very popular style for photo books. So this is when you can design your own cover, you can put photos, or maybe you don't want photos. I do have a sample here of a book that does not have a photo on the front. Maybe another one. Trip throughout Canada. You have the option of adding photos or whatever design you would like to the front of the book. Also, print companies offer textile covers. You may choose a leather or a linen. There are various colors, various options, different ways to emboss or deboss. So depending on where you're going to have your book printed, you will have different options when it comes to size, cover style, page style. Now, how about this? What is the difference between a photo book, a digital scrapbook, and a photo album? And I'll throw in a fourth one, a DigiBook. Okay, let's talk about those. First, we'll talk about photo books and digital scrapbooks. They're very similar. It's more of a style difference. So if you think back 20 years-ish ago, when paper scrapbooking was all the rage, people would have the bins of all the paper and all the embellishments and the different cutters and scissors and Cricuts and all sorts of equipment. When people were paper scrapbooking, they were building their pages in layers. Often a lot of color, often a lot of embellishing, titles, frames and borders and all sorts of things added to each page. Digital scrapbooking follows that same style, only you're creating your pages digitally rather than with physical material. You're creating them in layers and there tends to be a good number of layers or items used. Photo books, on the other hand, tend to be a little simpler. Often people use preset templates where it's simply a drag and drop your photos into a photo box. There may be a background, there may be a few embellishments, but it's often much less than a digital scrapbook. You're simply adding your photos into a photo box. They're a lot more simple. To show you two little examples, and this can really vary as well, but just two little examples of this. This book was created for an 80th birthday, and you can see in the pages, it is a digital scrapbooking style. There are colors and colors, there are layers and embellishments and backgrounds. Something like this, on the other hand, this book that I was showing you previously, is a photo book. This one is simply one photo per page. Now you can obviously do more than just one photo per page. That's what this one happens to be, but there's a huge difference in style between this photo book and this digital scrapbook. Now, what is a photo album? Think way back to when we were children. We had the traditional albums. Now there's this style, of course. We probably all have these around. The old sticky or magnetic albums. Now the photo manager in me wants to encourage you, if you do have these books sitting around, to get your photos out of here. They're being damaged by the chemicals in these old sticky magnetic books. So if you have any of these, it might be wise to take your photos out of them. This is an old style photo album. The newer style photo albums, books like this. Now, these are not used much lately. They're big. They can be big and heavy, but they're the traditional slide a photo in the sleeve and they're fine to use. Some people just want to get some photos out in print and can't quite wrap their head around the digital scrapbooking or even the photo book at this point. People feel like they can't use these old photo albums anymore. They really are fine to use. Print some photos, tuck them in the sleeves, and at least you have some photos out in print to be enjoyed. The fourth one, a DigiBook. A DigiBook is a digital file where you can flip through your book pages online. It might be a file that you can click, flip. It might be a video showing your book pages flipping. There are various ways to do it. There are different programs you can use to create them. But I know some of my clients where we do some custom books, they have family spread around the world and they would like their custom books then turned into a DigiBook, digital file, and that link or that file they can then send to their family around the world, and then those other family members can also enjoy the content that's in that photo book. So 4 different types of books. What we're going to talk about here going forward is photo books. So hopefully that clears up any question that you may have had in your mind about what a photo book is, what a digital scrapbook is, what a photo album is, what a digibook is. We now know photo books, they're simpler, they're easy to create, they're more of a drag and drop. They're going to be a printed book though that you hold in your hand with your photos printed to those pages. Digital scrapbook, it will also be a printed book that you're going to hold in your hand, but it's going to be much more involved as far as design. You're going to design each page and each layout by layer and layer and layer of all the fun colors and embellishments you'd like to use. Photo albums, print your photos, stick them in an album, put the album on your shelf. Digibook, taking your digital files from either a photo book or a digital scrapbook. You take your digital files and you turn it into a digital book that you can flip through online. Thanks for watching. And again, my goal here is to help make photo book design or photo book creation as easy and practical as possible. So please subscribe and follow along to be sure that you are up to date with all the latest information.